Hello there, my name is Fernanda Paiva. I'm from Hitchhiking Stars, taking on a weekly journey to see what the astrology of the week can tell us, can reflect us of the best that we can be doing with it. So, like I said on the previous, last week's video, opportunities to grow, not opportunities for moaning. So if you're looking for opportunities to moan, to say, that's why I'm feeling this way and life is horrible, then I'm afraid I'm not the astrologer for you. But if you're looking for all of these astrological explanations to understand where you're at, and to be like, I've been feeling very tired. Pluto's right on my ascendant. I get it. What is that about? What is that reflection of my life? How can I work with this, right? Um, so then stay with me, stay tuned, subscribe as well, because I'm going to be posting this weekly, and we're going to be looking at astrology from that perspective, that sort of constructive, um, noble, noble, I'm going to say noble, but like edifying perspective, right? Because we came here to grow, we came here to evolve. That's a very strong building block of how I see the world, how I see life as well. And it's all about becoming as well. It's all about becoming yourself, becoming your best self for you creatively, so you can really manifest the life that you want to. You can really take charge, grab life by the planets, and really build the life that you want to manifest, right? So it's not about manifesting as in a, love attraction only, but actually manifesting it. Okay. So how is this week being for so far for you? I mean, that's been a very intense week. So we had the equinox, which means the sun ingress to Aries. We had the new moon in Aries as well, not very far after the ingress from the sun in Aries. We had also Pluto moving to Aquarius, huge one. That's going to be happening until June, so June 11th, and then we'll pop back to Capricorn. So Capricorn is not yet, it's not leaving your sign yet, but it's in the process. Okay, because Pluto moves so slowly, is a process. It goes back and forth a couple of times. So next year will be the same. We'll move to Aquarius for a few more months, and then back to Capricorn, and then in 25 it will be in Capricorn. Oh, in Aquarius for good. So we have also this, transition that happened yesterday. So Pluto moving to Aquarius. I mean, how are you all feeling about that? Did you have any insights? Are you noticing anything? And then on top of that, we're having another shift happening tomorrow, Saturday. So we're about to have that other planetary ingress, which we're going to look at. But so far, how have you all been feeling? I'm feeling very tired. I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe you can see on my face, I don't really wear makeup. Maybe one day, I don't know. But I don't really wear makeup. And I really try to keep my videos real. Like, I don't like the super production, preparing everything. I mean, I did think about sitting somewhere that my background would look a bit better than this, but I'm on day 23 of my cycle, and I really don't feel like doing any production, and I really want to keep it real. I feel very tired. This week in particular is very tiring. I'm still having allergies. I think that's very interesting, connected with my personal transits as well. It's very interesting. I really want to share this with you, because from the point of, the astrological point of view, really, so you can also take that for you to understand your own transits as well. But when I moved to England, so when I moved to Europe, I was, 23. That's a long time ago. So when I moved to Europe, I had Saturn on my Mercury. So Saturn was in Virgo, and I had Saturn right on my 10th house, the house of direction in life and public life and reputation and vocation and etc. That really brings us out, right? So if you think about the tree of life, that's the fruits, the branches of the tree, something that's really visible that we can really see, right? So Saturn was on my Mercury then. Yeah, I have Mercury at 4 degrees Virgo, so it's right there. Now, years have gone by, and that's a kind of a half cycle of Saturn. So a whole cycle would be 29 and a half years. Well, 14 years and a bit have gone by, and Saturn is making an opposition to my Mercury now. And it's coming from the fourth house, which is the house of home, of belonging, of where we come from, our roots, etc., etc. And it's so interesting to see that this time around I came back. So I've been back to England for about, I don't know, 20 days, less than 20 days. And I want to go back. I've been feeling this really strong urge to go back. I've been feeling depleted in energy as well. And the allergies have been taking its toll as well, like a respiratory allergies. So I'm not looking after a cat anymore. I do have a cat allergy, unfortunately, because I look such a cat lady. And I know I'd love to have a black cat called Medusa. But unfortunately, I have a very, very strong allergy to cats. So I was looking after a cat before. I am not anymore. I'm looking after a dog now, in the Lake District, which is this amazing, beautiful area as well. And I'll be posting things on my Instagram about the Lake District and some, stories and things. So go check it out if you're curious about the Lake District. Anyhow, I've been here and the dust is giving me the same allergy. So I'm having like a sort of bronchitis at night, finding it really difficult to breathe. And I'm being very wheezy, which is taking its toll because then I'm not sleeping so well and, blah, blah, blah. But all of that to say, so this is not about moaning, okay? But all of that to say that I'm observing how Saturn has gone all the way from my 10th house when I moved here to opposing that very same position now from the house of home. And I'm like, okay, maybe yes, maybe my base has really shifted and it is time for me to actually put down roots a little bit deeper now, because I've been pulling up my roots for a very long time. So I've been writing a blog for a long time as well. And if you follow that, I've been traveling around since 2015 very intensely in search for home. And I had Pluto square my moon at the time and blah, blah, blah. And how much I didn't want to go back to Brazil as well, as in all of these blog posts. So it's been really interesting to see Saturn opposing that position now, and me having these thoughts and these very strong feelings. I want to buy nice towels. I want to buy Japanese plates, and it's a sense of like I want to settle down, which is very new for me with a strong, chart ruler in Sagittarius and the amount of movement that I've had in my life so far. Not to say that I won't travel, but I just wanted to be open here and tell you a little bit about how my week has been and how this transit, which is a long-lasting one, is not going to be ending soon. It's going to be this whole year at least. But for me, with the Saturn in Pisces and my Sun and Mercury in Virgo, but I just wanted to share a little bit of how I personally use astrology and how I look at it, So I'm not just like, my allergies and, because it's also squaring my sixth house ruler. So the health, is also involved in the picture. But I'm trying to see a little bit beyond. I'm trying to see this as a pointer to something else, to, a cycle of my life that's coming to an end and a new cycle that's kind of beginning within that. So, and that's all very work driven as well, because I have planets in the 10th and I love to work and I can't imagine myself, without working. If my passion is, is my drive, it's just very strong and it has always been. But now is this feeling of like, I need to do more and I need to be somewhere to be able to do more. So I feel that the allergies and the health and the tiredness is kind of slowing me down, connecting me with these feelings. So all of that to give you a little bit of what this been going on, how this been, I like to keep it real. All right. Like I think my Sagittarius is very strong. I don't like to pretend like, oh, hey, I'm the professional and, I got all the answers. Well, I'm going through these processes as well as much as you are. So I just like to share my process as a way of like being real and also giving you food for thought. Maybe my process will inspire you in some way as well. Okay. So I'm not being fake when I'm saying opportunities to grow rather than moan, I mean it. Like I, apply that to my life as well, all the way. So and not to say that I don't have a moan every now and then, I do, like it's natural, I guess, and it's human. So without delays, you know, write to me in the comments if you'd like. I'm really inviting you to share with me your process as well, because the more we share, the more we understand astrology, the more we can see all of these different sides of the transits and understand it further. So share with me in the comments if you feel the call, if you feel connected to me as well, you know, to my style here, etc. I'd love to hear about you, about your process as well, how you've been feeling this week in particular. If you have anything in Aquarius or any of the fixed signs or any of the mutable signs with Saturn as well, please feel free to share. Now, let's have a look at next week. So without delays, let's have a look at what's been going on, what is going to be going on from today until next Friday. All right. So as per, I'm going to share my screen with you because I like to show the picture. I don't like to just talk about it. You know, I like to show it to you. I like to ground it into something. I guess this is my the Virgo in me. So here we go. This is the 24th of March, 2023. That's today. And I, you know, one thing that I was saying last week in the last video was, yes, we're going to have a very busy week, intense, but on Friday, we're going to have Venus, Mars in Taurus. That's an invitation, okay? That's an invitation from the sky, reflected in the sky is an invitation of like, okay, Friday, Venus day, Venus in Taurus, Moon in Taurus, you know, take it easy. And I'm really going to try to apply this for me as well. And, you know, take a bath or take a nice walk here in the Lake District and just bask in beauty and really breathing beauty while I can breathe, because during the day my allergies are not too bad. Or like eating something nice, or, you know, doing something nice for yourself, going for a spa, for a massage, you know, do something Tory and look after your garden if that's something that you enjoy, buy fresh flowers, any of that. Now, what is going on tomorrow, the 25th, and the next planetary shift that I told you is Mars moving into Cancer. Okay, so finally, Mars is moving on from Gemini. It's been in Gemini for a very long time now. So I think since August or something. It has gone retrograde and direct again, and you know, and we've been going on and on and on in our minds, potentially, you know, with a Gemini. So you're Gemini out there or mutable signs, you're probably feeling a little bit relieved. Finally, Mars is, you know, not activating any long-term transit that you're having or any irritation that you might be feeling in your life connected with that Mars in Gemini. Well, Mars is moving to Cancer. So I think that's a big shift of flavors there. We have the Sun ingress in Aries that we had earlier this week. We had Pluto shifting to Aquarius, and we're now having Mars shifting into Cancer as well. So that's a big shift of flavors. Without even counting that Saturn moving to Pisces is a big shift of flavors. The nice thing with that shift from Gemini to Cancer is that Mars is coming to trine that Saturn. So that is a supportive aspect. That is a removal of obstacles like Bernadette Brady talks about with a trine. So we could be acting a little bit more clearly, right? After the squares to Neptune, when we weren't sure, when we had to sit in meditation, etc. That Mars trine Saturn can be quite supportive of actions now that are in connection with your emotions, that are in connection with your emotional needs, with the emotional needs of your loved ones as well, potentially, you know. There's something there. In fact, you know, I think this week is quite special. It's, you know, after all this shift, the Saturn, the Pluto as well, and including this Mars now, because Mars is forming a grand trine to Saturn and to the South Node. So I really believe that April has a very strong, and this is the end of March, and you know, the build up for April. I really believe that April has this very strong connection with the word healing. There's a very big potential for healing in April, especially the beginning. I mean, April is going to be the kickstart of eclipse season as well later in the month. So I really feel there's a strong resonance with healing, okay? And I think that grand trine, which will be within orb for a while, for quite a few days, is also pointing out to that. So it will be Mars in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces, and South Node in Scorpio. So it's definitely pointing out to something connected with emotions, with healing emotions, letting go of frozen emotions, of, you know, all the stories, you know, and it's like the sort of final run of the nodal axis in Scorpio and Taurus as well. It will be moving then to Libra, the South Node in particular, will be moving to Libra, but it's the final run. So really, take this Grand Trine as an opportunity, okay? Take a journey, take a ride with this Grand Trine in water, picking up that South Node, because it's the final run of this South Node in Scorpio. So we can really do a lot of healing there. You know, Scorpio at best is about healing, it's about transformation, it's about regeneration, etc. So really trying to become a little bit more grounded, a little bit more self-possession rather than trying to possess others. And we can do that by being honest about our emotions, about our emotional boundaries, about communicating those boundaries. If we haven't communicated, you know, this is an opportunity for that too. So you'll notice, look, this is Monday. We have a moon in Gemini. Here we have Mercury conjoined Chiron as well. So that's going to be the 26th of March, Sunday, and the 27th as well. So this is, you know, great for communicating as well, communicating within yourself, you know, what's being wounded there, and like what is being holding on for a while. And, you know, during that Mars in Gemini that you couldn't really convey so clearly, you know, especially with the square with Neptune there. Did someone overstep? Did you overstep and you want to apologize? You know, that could be a great couple of days for that. And even for just the realization of it, you know, even if you just want to do some journaling and get clear about what's happening, what happened. So here we have Mars, Moon conjoined in that Grand Trine, and it's becoming a kite, if you notice, because it's coming, you know, within orbit as well of a sextile to the North Node in Taurus. So speaking of the nodes, it's a kite with the nodes is mostly in water signs, and the North Node in Taurus for us to be able to express it in a more tangible way. So there's something quite cool about this kite, and karmic about this kite as well, and evolutionary about this kite. So that's a gift, okay? That's a gift right there in the sky for us. Right after that, Pluto's shifted into Aquarius as well. So we can really get some great fresh new insights, some great insights into our emotions, an inner connection, a connection with our inner life as well, a little bit more. Flow the waters, forgive, cry. You know how they say, nothing is more healing than water, right? Sea salt, salt and water, like sea salt, sea, tears and sweat. So there's something of that as well, because we still have a bit of Aries and it's Aries season after all, so we can go for a run as well and you know, put that energy to movement. But Mercury is also conjoined Jupiter here. That's on Tuesday. So grand ideas, maybe how to apply this, how to do this, projects, ideas for projects, entrepreneurship. Yeah, Aries is about doing things by yourself and with yourself. So there's something quite auspicious. And now it's not about becoming aware and like navigating so you can do the best, but like doing it as an opportunity for something to really come to fruition for you, for something positive to manifest in your life, you know? I think that's something quite powerful there with that Mercury. Jupiter is still going to be within orb on the 29th. Here, oh, look, Mars with that Saturn almost, you know, coming to that trine. So actions are sustained and they can have a long lasting, you know, effect as well. Here, the trine is almost exact, on the Thursday, okay, the 30th. So you're definitely going towards that trine, that grand trine. And I think it's such a beautiful energy, really. Make the most of it. Take, you know, embrace that into your life. It's still going to be within orb during, you know, the first week of April as well. So it's a kind of a long lasting one because we have Mars and Saturn involved. Usually we have grand trines with the moon, and that moves a lot faster. But with Mars and Saturn, it's a little bit slower. And we also have on Thursday Venus-Uranus conjunction. That's the degree of some of the eclipses we had. Full moon in Leo, I think we had a 16. We also had a full moon eclipse in Taurus in November, I think. So that was 16 Taurus. So this might be bringing up some of the things that were happening then. And some resolutions as well about, you know, independency, because that's Uranus, right? Of like self-regulation, independency, doing it yourself. Doing something outside the box as well, like for self-care. Great day for that. I don't know, but that's definitely another powerful aspect. But that Grand Trine slash kite with that North Node, very interesting, very powerful. So I would definitely encourage you all to see where that falls in your chart, see what that activates in your chart. Where are the areas that you can really have some understanding and have, you know, apply some forgiveness, practice some forgiveness, some compassion, self-compassion, you know, because we can take a few steps, we can accelerate some of our steps forward with this Grand Trine. It's about removal of obstacles, remember. So it could be really beautiful, really, you know, if we focus on that beautiful side of the water signs. Okay, it could be healing family issues, it could be, you know, forgiving family, past traumas in the family that, you know, has been passed on to our generation. There's a lot there. It could be partnerships as well, you know, and have a good conversation with our partner, something like that. But definitely that's a very beautiful aspect and development this week. So this is the astrology of this week. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling. Have you got anything? Do you know where this Grand Trine or slash kite is going to be falling in your chart? How, you know, everything else is going. Share it with me if you feel like. Hit the subscribe if you're interested in knowing more about this channel, knowing more about the astrology, constructive astrology, huh? Not just astrology, but constructive astrology. And yeah, drop me a line. I'd love to hear about your path, your journey, as little as much as you like. And yeah, hit the like if you liked this video as well, because it helps to show more people. If you think that's useful information here, I'm a Virgo, I'm all about being useful. So hit the like as well, because then the algorithm loves it. Little reference to Kim Schmidt here. Anyhow, I'm gonna be going now to maybe go for a walk in this beautiful Lake District place, and I'll be seeing you all next Friday. Have a wonderful week, you all. Bye bye.